Hello, Emilia and Vadim.
Hi,
Hi.
thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for joining us today. So that was a great event for you. You skated fabulously, and on top of that, you win your first ISU Grand Prix medal, silver medal at the Cup of China. How did it feel to compete here? How satisfied are you with your performances, and of course, how do you feel about your first Grand Prix medal?
I think we feel really happy. This week has been really a learning experience for us, but also a chance for us to kind of step through the door and prove ourselves in the way that we've been wanting to for a while now. And yeah, it feels really good to put out two performances that we're proud of and get the scores that we did. I think that's a big step up for us, and we're really excited about that. And honestly, everything wasn't perfect, but I think we trained so hard coming into this competition. Our training saved us, and we were able to put out skates that, looked good and we were proud of.
Yeah, we competed yesterday, but I still can't believe that this actually happened. Still having that joy and warm feeling inside of me that we did it, and this is just the beginning for our journey.
Yeah, I mean, it was. You said before in the Grand Prix in the previous season there was also something happened. And what was really the difference this time to be able to come out and really perform what you can do?
I think in previous seasons, our physical condition maybe wasn't the best. We were dealing with some injuries, and then also in previous season we had some mental challenges as well. So just getting through those, working with sports psychologists, and Vadim had an operation in the spring to fix one of those injuries, and we were just able to commit ourselves 100% physically, mentally, on the ice, off the ice. We just have been living, breathing, sleeping, everything, skating, and I think it showed. And we really wanted to come into the Olympic season ready and consistent, and we worked really hard, and so I'm proud of that.
You said you worked harder than ever.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit, what does it mean? How does such a typical training day look like for you?
Well, we normally do a kind of sequence of different types of weeks before we have competition. So we'll have a single run-through week, and then we have 2 weeks of double run-throughs, and then we have the week before the competition single run-throughs, which means we just do 1 run-through a day on the singles weeks, and then 2 run-throughs back-to-back on the doubles weeks. But this preparation, we decided that during the doubles weeks we wanted to push ourselves, and even during the singles weeks we wanted to push ourselves. So during the singles weeks we actually ended up doing doubles, and then during the doubles weeks we ended up doing quads. So it was 4 run-throughs back to back to back to back, and both programs. And so it was just a lot. I mean, those days I was coming home from the rink, and then we were going to also work out in the gym, and I was feeling like I was gonna die. I was feeling so tired all the time. I just wanted to eat and go to sleep every night.
And you stepping into third free dance run, being like crying, and then stepping in the fourth one, just laughing.
Yeah, the first time we did the quad this season, I stepped into position like this for
the third one,
and I just had 1 tear coming down my face. And then fourth one, by the time I was so tired already, I was just laughing. Yeah. But after actually we did the first time the 4 run-throughs in a row, I felt like there's not a time when we couldn't do the run-through.
It's like you breaking through at some point, and you stop being tired, I guess.
Yeah. And we also have been prioritizing off-ice training as well. We work with a group in Metro Detroit called 2SP Sports, and it's really a comprehensive thing. They do recovery for us. They do strength training, endurance training, cupping, massage therapy, cryo. So that was a really big help to us as well.
So whose idea was that to do quad run-throughs?
Well, actually,
it was kind of both.
Yeah, kind of both of us. We did, like, before our very first season, when we were like not having very many injuries, we did like a few times this quad, and we just decided, if we want to beat the best, if we want to be up there with the best of the best, we need to push ourselves. And we wanted to be extremely ready for every competition we have this season. So,
because I always feel like every season, the material is there, and one season we're mentally there, but then the other season we're not there physically. And this is the season, like I was saying that last season, that maybe this is the season where we're there both ways, but actually I feel like this
is the season.
Yeah, this is the moment where mentally we're there, we have a great support on mental part, and we're working really hard on our physical conditioning.
You've always also have been training with Igor Shpipan for quite a long time, especially you, I think.
Yes.
You came to train with Igor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what makes it such a good training environment there for you?
Well, he's a great coach. In my opinion, maybe the best coach for us. He pushes us. He makes us to be not just great athletes, but better people. And I love the facility, Novi Ice Arena. I love the training environment. I love the coaching there. We have all the ice we want. We train as much as we want.
Yeah, we have unlimited ice from 6 to 3 p.m. every day. So we just pay like monthly for that, and we can skate as many hours during that time, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, and Igor is just amazing coach. He just understands skating better than anyone, in my opinion.
A lot of experience.
Yes.
Let's talk a bit about your programs. Let's start with the rhythm dance. I remember you're saying we didn't really know too much 90s music. This was the one you knew. Maybe explain a bit.
Yeah, I really don't know much music from the 90s, and actually I feel like when I think about the 90s, it's not necessarily something I associate with like really good music or something, just because I'd never listened to much 90s music, or like just the Spice Girls, I guess, or something. So when I found out that Poison was from the 90s, I knew I wanted to skate to it, because this is a song that I know, and also I think it's really has like a lot of opportunity for good dancing and like sharp movements, but also kind of flirtatious and like stretching movements. And so I like that. And then Vadim, you can talk about, you picked the rest.
Yeah, I was kind of torn between, because Igor really pushed for Biggie. He wanted us to skate to that.
Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, and I'm shocked no one picked this music. I feel like a lot of people just repeat the same kind of genre and music choices. I'm happy no one so far picked our music. I feel like that's kind of unique. But I love the slow section.
Yeah.
I feel like I was the only one with Emmy. Our coaching kind of disagreed. Was the pick we chose.
They told us they really didn't want us to skate to this second song, and we fought for it to skate to it. Yeah. And actually, once the program came together and we actually made the choreography for that section, Igor was like, okay, I like it now. So he just needed to see it, I think.
He needed to see it. Yeah. He didn't see the vision of it, but then when we brought it all together, he was like, okay, I kind of see where it can go.
Yeah, it's interesting that you have so much input in the programs and music. But you said that the free dance that Benoit Richaud did, that was his suggestion.
Yes.
Romeo and Juliet. How did you feel about that?
I think...
Well, I felt like the music was a little bit overused at this point, but he assured us that Prokofiev can be done in a more modern way and can be a darker side of the story compared to what I feel like a lot of couples when they do Romeo and Juliet, and they try to express happiness and love in it. But ultimately, for me, it's still a very sad story. It's hopeful, but sad story.
Yeah, I think when he first proposed this idea, I wasn't opposed to it, but it just wasn't something that I was thinking about because it's been used so many times. And, you know, we really want to be inventive and original with choreography and music and, you know, programs like this. So I wasn't like on board right away, but once we kind of listened to the music and I skated even by myself to the music, like in my headphones, and he explained a little bit about what he wanted for the story and what he wanted for the mood of the program, I got on board. And I think it's grown. The program has grown since even when we competed in Japan, and it will continue to grow. And there's room for growth, but I think already it's a good vehicle for us.
Benoit is not working with so many ice dance couples. He didn't do it at all, and now he started a little bit started. So how is it to work with him?
I think he's like a genius when it comes to choreography. He does things that are so unique because his background is ice dance, right? And then he was working with single skaters for a very long time, so he kind of knows both sides of figure skating, in my opinion, and he can mix things very well.
Yeah, I think when we first started working with Benoit, I was very intimidated. Like, I remember the first day I met him, I was like, my eyes were popping out of my head. I was nervous. I thought he was super scary. But after, you know, few hours working with him, I realized he's a nice guy and he cares a lot about us. And he's given a lot of effort and a lot of energy and a lot of his time to help us and to not only give us the program, but also mentor us a little bit off the ice and give us some good advice about our relationship together and about the way we want to be perceived and the way we want to, you know, progress in the future. So I'm really thankful for his support, and it's been a really, really good thing for us to work with him.
You want to do this?
I think we want to show that we're eager and we're, you know, ready for not only this season, but the next seasons after this Olympic cycle. And I don't know, we want to show that we're strong and we're a team to watch, I guess.
We just love skating and we want to show it.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, we skate because we love it, not because, you know, there's fame or money or anything like this. So, yeah, we love skating and we do it for each other and we do it for ourselves at the end of the day. So
You just mentioned relationship between each other. It's not easy to work that close together with a partner. How do you handle also some challenges maybe?
That's why we have a sports psychologist.
Yeah, that is why we have a sports psychologist. I think our first season especially, I felt a little bit probably more inferior as the partner because I was learning so much. And then over the last 2 or 3 seasons, I've been able to gain some confidence, and it's kind of changed, I guess, the dynamic in our relationship on the ice. And, you know, I have to give some credit to Vadim. He's been a really, really easy person to work with. And also he's taken the time to help me to, you know, understand people's corrections. And also he helps me, like, especially our first few seasons, he was coaching me a lot. And, you know, it takes a certain mindset to be able to receive this kind of coaching all the time. So that's something I had to work on. But now that I have a little bit more confidence, I think we're able to feed off each other more, and it's been really nice. And I'm just really appreciative to Vadim for being the best partner I probably could ever ask for. So
yeah, because you were new to ice dance.
Yes.
And now looking back when you started ice dance 4 years ago, and where you are, how you started and where you are now, did you ever imagine?
honestly, I don't know. I don't think I had an idea of how things would go when we started. I don't know what it was, because I think inherently I'm not a super like overconfident person or like things like this. But when we skated together and Igor asked if I wanted to skate with Vadim and Vadim asked if I wanted to skate with him, I just like knew inside myself that I could do it. And I don't know what it was. I just knew that I wanted to do it really badly, and I knew I could do it. And I don't know, I get emotional a little bit thinking about that decision, because it was not an easy decision for me. My family was not super supportive of me doing ice dance in the very beginning, and I was originally supposed to move away to college. So it was a really big choice for me, and I feel like it took a lot of courage for me to take that choice. And I also faced a lot of criticism from people, you know, other coaches and other things telling me I might not ever be successful. So it feels really good now just to have put in the work and seen the reward and the result, and also have the support of my family. And my parents have been amazing the past 2 or 3 seasons. They just 100% on board, and I feel really grateful for that.
Yeah, it's great that you really stick with your decision,
Yeah.
and then you turned out it was the right choice. Yeah. For you also, it must have been not so easy maybe, because you came from a very high level, World Junior champion, and then you start with a new partner that is also new to Iceland. Was that difficult for you?
To be honest, not really, because she was a quick learner, and she was very, I don't know how to say it the best way, but respectful in a way that she never took anything the wrong way. She was always there to learn, and I could really see that she loved skating, and that's all what mattered to me. I just wanted someone who would be with me on this journey, and I knew she was the person for it.
Vadim, you also had a big step this summer. You gained your US citizenship.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maybe share your emotions about that.
Well, I just remember because I was one of the first people on the interview list, like in the morning, when you go to the office. And actually, I went to the wrong room. I was standing there for like 20 minutes. I'm like, why are they not letting me in? What's going on? Like, so many things going through my head. And then I finally realized that I'm in the wrong room. They like called the wrong room, but then on the paper it was different. So I'm like running to the other room, and she's like, no worries, all good, sit down. I'm like, okay. I'm sitting down, very stressed, and we're going through this procedure. And when you pass a citizenship test, you have 10 questions you gotta answer about US history. And I learned all 100 of them because it's from the
there's a list of 100 questions, then you have to know all the answers. They can pick any 10 questions from the list.
So she's asking me, you need 7 in order to pass. I'm on question 6, right? She's like, okay, 7th question. I'm like, if I do this one, I'm good. Just don't mess it up. Right now is the moment. She asked me the last question. I pass. I'm like, thank God. Okay, done. The hardest part done. And then everything went pretty smooth. And I remember I'm coming out of the room. Emmy is like, what's going on? And I'm playing.
I was waiting like...
And I'm like playing it a little bit, you know, like I'm thinking in my head, I should play it out, like maybe a little sad, like
he came out like this, and I'm like, oh my
for like 10 seconds, like, and then I started jumping, and other people in the room, they're just getting ready for the interview, and they look at me like I knew they hated me at that moment.
Because he came out and he was like looking so sad, and my face like dropped, my heart dropped. I'm like, no, like this is not happening. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I passed, let's go USA. And there's like 10 or some other people waiting for their interviews there, and they're all like jaw on the floor, like what's going on?
That was really funny.
This kid is crazy, I think they were thinking.
And then we went to the rink, and Igor played the national anthem. He was ready. He brought me a US flag.
Yeah.
It was really nice. It was a huge step for me because I've been representing US for since 2017, I think. And finally to get the citizenship and be able at least have a chance to be eligible for Olympics is huge, because it's my dream to go to Olympics eventually and hopefully win it one day.
Yeah.
So let's move a little bit outside of skating at the end. Vadim, you have very interesting hobbies in your ISU bio. That's
I do.
Of course, always a great start. What is filling out X3?
Oh, it used to be a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
I need to update.
But US figure skating used to have EX3, and you had to fill out like all of your information, all of your, you know, like it's kind of like when you fill out your ISU bio or something like that, and you had to input all this information, and it takes a while, and you had to do every year.
And I was very notorious with it, because
and he never was doing it.
What are you talking about? I always did it.
Oh my gosh!
What I did, I put in the notes all my answers, and then every year I just copy paste. But I spent the first year I did it filling out. I spent a lot of time. And
I would adjust his answers just to make it.
You weren't there for EX3.
Updated.
EX3 didn't exist during
your
your time.
I do all your answers.
If you say now you should update it, so what would you update it to?
I would say we got a dog. So
we got a puppy like a month ago.
This is our life now.
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
He's a Yorkshire Terrier. And you can tell the story how you got it.
Well, I was originally having dinner with my mom and her friends. And after dinner, my mom was like, let's go to the pet store and just play with some dogs, because she loves animals. She did not want me to buy a dog. I'm just going to make it very clear. She said, over my dead body, you're going to buy a dog, because we don't need this right now. You are traveling. Who's going to take care of him? It's going to be all on me. I said a while back, yeah, I understand. Maybe after Olympic season we'll consider it, because she's been
I really want a puppy for a long time.
yes. But we
And
got
I
to
was at this time when he was with his mom. I was actually with my mom out to dinner and a little bit farther away, so I didn't know any of this was going on.
so I go to the pet store and I'm looking at this. It's kind of sad because they're all in this small cages and there's
Yeah.
2 of them in one, so they're all cooped up in this small place. People come in, they play, but they don't take them home, and it's like, it's very sad for me. And then every dog started barking when I walked in, except this one dog who just casually gets up, looks at it, and like does a sigh, like literally a sigh, like and then lays down. And he looked so cute. I was like, I need to check him out. Like, just play, see what's going on, because it was instant love for me. We get into this room where I can play with him, and we just clicked. And I was like, he is sweet. He's my dog.
Yeah. And he actually was a little bit older than the rest of the puppies there.
He was 6 months.
So I think they would probably have sent him to the pound or something if they didn't sell him. Like,
I'm not sure
I'm
how
not
it works,
sure,
but it's
yeah, they don't keep the puppies like past 6 months normally. So I don't know what happens to them after that. But I'm really happy you got him. And then he came home, and I came back, and he said, I have a surprise for you. And I was expecting maybe a pair of earrings, I don't know, maybe a necklace. And then he said, you have to come out to the car. I'm like, why? And then I see a little puppy looking up at me like,
yep.
and
Baby Chaplin.
I was very shocked, but I love this dog with my whole heart now. I can't imagine life now. I can't imagine without. And this week I miss him so much.
I'm too.
Yeah.
You will be very happy.
Yeah.
when you come back.
Great way to end this interview.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck moving forward, and we are happy to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.